Welcome to this channel about keeping small tropical lizards such as anoles and grass lizards in small bioactive enclosures. My name is Vincent and this video is an update on my latest enclosure, which is also my 7th enclosure, but which is also my very first high enclosure. Plus I have a few tiny surprises in this video. Let's jump right into this video. This is my latest enclosure, and in this video I want to do 3 things. First of all, I want to tell what animals I will be housing in the enclosure. Second, I will tell the theme of the enclosure I'm going for and how I hope it will develop in the future. And third, I will tell some stuff regarding the channel, because this is only my 3rd video yet. There's just a lot to tell, and this video is also a sort of warming up video for me, because this is, as I said, my 3rd video. We just had the summer holidays, and so let's open it up. And I also said something in the intro regarding small surprises. Well, one is right there. Unfortunately, she lost her tail, maybe by hatching from the egg, or maybe the parents were already hunting it a little bit. So, hey, we have a second little surprise, and I'm really happy with these guys. We have 2, it's the Anolis crystal phi, and my first 2 babies from that genus. Okay, so the animals I will be housing in this enclosure will be my Anolis lucius. They are at the moment in this enclosure, they are my largest anoles, and snout to vent length of 70 millimeters, and my biggest anoles deserve my biggest enclosure first, and they are commonly known as the slender cliff anole or the cave anole, and therefore I went with this big wooden piece as the main decoration, and it checkmarks both common names. It creates a sort of cliffs in the enclosure, and there's also a cave in it now, so the piece of wood is completely hollow, and you can enter it from the front, you can all the way go to the back, and you can also get out from the top. So cliffs and a cave in it. Second part of the video, so what's the theme I'm going for and how do I hope this enclosure will develop in the future? Well, the theme is simplistic, and I went for that because it's my very first high enclosure. So these are all the white version, and I already noticed that it's really different escaping the high one. With the white one you only have to think about one level, so that's the bottom level, so you put some pieces of wood in there, the plants, and you're almost good to go. But with this high one you have to think about 2 levels, the bottom level and the top level, and I tried to do that. So the top level is the bromeliads, and the bottom level the Phytonias and the syngonium. So that's the theme. We'll tell a little bit about the plants. So on the bottom level, as I said, I went for the Phytonia, the red ones and the pink ones. There's actually a sort of gradient in the enclosure. On the left side we have the red ones, then in the middle the dark pink ones, and on the right the light pink ones. And what I like about the Phytonias is they are really slow growing, except for the ones that have white in them. I see in my other enclosures, for example there in the back, that the white ones are really growing fast and you have to trim them, but the red ones, they stay much smaller. So Phytonia, the second plant I went for is the syngonium. I think it's the neon robusta, 3 in a line, and they fit nicely with the Fittonia. And what I hope that will happen in the future is that they will connect with this bottom bromeliad. They grow around 25-30 centimeters high, so that should happen. And what I will typically do is I will cut the leaves that grow towards the glass, and I will leave the leaves that will grow towards the center, towards the wooden piece, so they will surround the wooden piece nicely on the right side. Then the third plant I went for are the bromeliads. I went for 6 of them, and they are all totally green or have purplish accents. So the colors in here are red, pink, purple. And yeah, I hope in the future that they will all grow 1 or 2 extra, so we get a sort of a crown in the top with bromeliads. And actually this one here is already growing the second one nicely. Unfortunately to the middle, not to the left, to the outer part, because yeah, this piece of wood, the main decoration, I thought it was bigger than it is. So I'm actually not using the space here on the left top, and also not in the front so much. And I can fix that by putting in an extra piece of wood that, for example, I put in the cave on the top, and then it goes towards the left. But I hope it will fix itself. So if the bromeliads grow, the top will be more filled. And then it's a nice leaf to the last flower. It's this Monstera adansoni, I think you say. They can grow really large. It's already growing quite good. I will also do a before and after picture at the end of this video, where you can see the 4 or 5 week progress of growing. And I hope this plant will cover this whole area here. And also with this plant I will typically trim the leaves that go towards the glass, and the ones that go to the middle I will keep. So yeah, that's the plan. On the bottom the Fittonias, right the Syngonium, in the top the bromeliads, and then a bigger Monstera. Yeah, then some things regarding the channel. As I said, actually the second one is there, so I have to found them after the holidays. Yeah, so what I will do is I will give all my enclosures a sort of unique number, so we can track them, and also give them a name that fits with the theme. So actually I'm gonna name this enclosure the Cave and Cliff Enclosure. And yeah, so in future update videos I can always refer to the number, to the name, and maybe, you know, people will start to recognize the enclosures. And maybe also something regarding the channel, which is a bit off topic. Maybe you noticed the summary intro, and that is something I will try to do. So I will make a new intro video for every video, or a new intro part, and the music will or be a little bit about the topic of the video, or will have something to do with the time of the year. So yeah, this is enclosure number 7. Okay, so as promised in the video, I will show the progress of 1 month of plant growth. On the left side you see the day I was building the enclosure. It was not completely finished, I still had to do 1 Syngonium, and on the right side you can see the progress after 38 days. So yeah, if we look at the moss, it's growing really well, both on the ground as on the background. If we look at the Monstera, on the left side you can also see it got quite some bigger. It's a fast growing plant. And yeah, for the rest, what you can see, so the Syngoniums in the right bottom, the bromeliads in the top, and the Fittonias, they are yeah, almost the same as on the first day. So this enclosure will really be one of patience. I think it's gonna take maybe 1 or 2 years before it's at its peak when the syngoniums are where they should be. They only grow around 7 leaves per year, I heard, so slow growing. And the bromeliads, yeah, maybe they grow 1 or 2 extra plants per year. So yeah, we'll do a update on this enclosure in the future, maybe in 1 or 2 years. And yeah, that's also something I would like to say. So if you decide on getting into this hobby, it's really a hobby of patience. For example, with animals, sometimes you want a certain species or genus and it's hard to find, and just wait for it. I mean, if you're gonna buy anything else, then you will be disappointed. So that can take patience, and also the enclosures themselves. Yeah, a lot of times they look at their best in a couple of years, so you also need patience there. So this last words part of the video, this is something that you can typically expect from all my progress videos. In my introduction video, I've explained that I will be making 3 types of videos: progress videos, experience videos, and network videos. Progress videos are about the progress that I make, so now in the living room, and in the future in the studio that I want to rent. Experience videos, those are typically videos with a sort of educational theme, so about feeding or building an enclosure and that kind of stuff. And network videos will be about going to an expo or visit a breeder or something like that. And yeah, probably the network videos will first be about education, because I do want to start to follow some studies regarding the hobby. Yeah, maybe what you noticed in the video is I was playing around a little bit with background music. The songs are not something that I like specific, but in the future I will try to find nice background music. And yeah, so the last words for this video. Tomorrow this closet will be gone next to me, so then I have room for creating some extra rack space behind me. I will do that this weekend, and then next week Monday I will be getting my nursery enclosures. I said it were 5, but they are actually 6. I will put a sneak preview picture in the video, and yeah, the next progress video will be about expanding the rack and the nursery enclosures. Also my 7th enclosure will be in the rack, and who knows, maybe some babies hatched by then, because I think in all my enclosures at the moment are some clutches. And yeah, also probably next week, so maybe I do 2 videos, I will make my very first experience video, and that will be the starter video for building a bioactive enclosure. Because in 1 or 2 weeks I am gonna start with enclosure number 8, who has to be finished before the Ham Expo in September, where I will probably be getting Anolis bombiceps or maybe Anolis shortsea. So yeah, as always, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, I leave that all up to you, and we will see each other when we get there.